Good evening, once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to yet another edition of the DCG League season. I, of course, am Dragon. Once again, I am actually casting by my lonesome, but not to fear. We are about to have a game starting very soon. It's actually game 23. We've sort of broken numerical order for the first time this league season, and obviously with Thanksgiving looming over in the States, there has been a few changes to schedules here. So the very first game of this weekend is actually game 23, and we have the current leader of the Survivor bracket, Applesauce. We have Dr. Pudding, who's currently sitting in third of the Survivor bracket. We have Blake, and we also have Alex, who's actually filling in as a substitute in place of Mr. Mythic, who apparently has not fully returned home yet. He's still travelling. And the one and only official killer, who's got a lobby set up right now for this particular game, is Costco. There will be 3 other killers filling in to give the survivors a games each. And Costco has opted to play as the Hillbilly. Is it the Hillbilly? No, that's Leatherface, I beg your pardon. He's playing as Leatherface. I actually think this is a solid choice of killer for this map, because there are really, as you can see, both halves of the map are quite open in terms of visibility. But this thing's a bit laggy there to being able to switch between people. But anyway, yeah. Both halves of the map are pretty open. It's really just the middle part with all the jungle gyms and double pallets that are really big issue for killers here. And who was that? Flipping down that pallet. Oh, and got 2 or 3 people working on the shack generator. Yeah, it's Applesauce, it's Pudding, and Blake all in the same generator. That's where the basement is. It must be Alex that Costco has found, and, well, he found him momentarily, but he's been lost now. And now Costco's headed back. He's found Blake, who's putting down a pallet. Costco was not close enough to be stunned by that. And it seems like he's now back on Applesauce. And he timed that pallet stun brilliantly to get the bonus points. Dr. Pudding also breaking away, making sure he doesn't follow Applesauce too closely. Blake, meanwhile, is working on another generator and is halfway through it. Applesauce also working a generator with Pudding. It seems like those two are sort of teaming up with each other in almost everything. Blake actually was working with Alex on that same generator. There's already been 1 gen pop, which was a shack gen on top of basement. It's probably the smartest one to get out of the way first. And, oh, he gets a hit on Pudding. We tried baiting him out, but then swings back around, gets the pallet stun. Pudding's taking a hit. Costco decides not to pursue him. Decides that destroying that pallet's actually of more paramount importance to him. Applesauce seems like he's trying to cover Pudding, making sure he doesn't go down instantly. Oh, when Alex is sort of blocking the pallet there. Don't think that was intentional sandbagging. And I think Costco's revving from too far away. Oh, and another greatly timed pallet stun by Applesauce there. Fantastic job by him. Alex is, we just carried straight on. Costco respecting that pallet a little bit too much. And again, respecting it too much. Oh, and he's grown bored already. He doesn't want anything more to do with Alex. Oh, and Blake ran the wrong way. Hearing the terror radius intensifying, he ran the wrong way and right into Costco's hammer. But there are quite a number of pallets for the survivors to use here. And oh, Costco went for the hit a bit too early. Didn't think that he was gonna Didn't think that Blake was going to keep running straight forward, and he misses a very close hit on Alex there. Oh no, there's a sandbag! Alex took the hit, but got the pallet stun. He found a med kit from somewhere as well, and he gets another pallet stun on Costco. Apple and Dr. Pudding reuniting once again to work on the generator on the corner of a hill as well. That looks like a dangerous one. That's actually very dangerous. It's right on the corner of a hill. Alex has gone down somewhere. On top of... He's underneath a pallet. Is Blake nearby? No, no one's nearby to capitalize on the pallet stun there. Alex is not going to get saved. So that is Costco's first hook of the game. And that's also Alex's first to be suffering. And this is a big spike of altruism points waiting for anyone who comes forward, but it's Blake who gets the altruism points. And they get the double heal as well on Alex. They hear the sound of Costco returning. Oh, and he got the chainsaw heal on Alex! A double heal availed to nothing. And because 2 generators have already been popped, Alex is, well, he's fair game to put straight back on the hook if Costco chooses so. And he does. And that's Alex's second hook. And Costco's just standing there whilst Dr. Pudding goes straight for the hook rescue. Now who's he going to go for? He's going to go for Dr. Pudding, the one who actually did the rescuing. And he wasn't close enough for Costco to land a hit from the other side of the window. And Blake finishes healing Alex, whilst Alex then returns the favour. There is a bit of confusion there and interruptions in the healing process for both people. Oh, and he's found Alex again? He's chasing Alex again. And he puts down the power for taking the hit, but didn't get stunned. And is Costco just going for the bloodlust? That's what he's doing. Alex goes down again. And Costco's gonna pick him... Wow, this is 3 straight hooks in a row for Alex. And Costco's taking him away from basement? Was he... Probably anxious that someone else was waiting by the pallet there, but that's Alex straight out of the game in 3 hooks. So it looks like Applesauce is working on the gen just by the side of the mine. We got Blake working on another one on his own. Apples has scored a brown medkit from somewhere, from one of the chests. And he pops that gen straight away, and that's enough to get another 5k objective points. Dr. Pudding, meanwhile, is taking a hit whilst trying to vault over the shack window. Another gen gets popped. Is there one still remaining at 99% which they can pop? The thing is, though, whilst Alex has been swiftly taken out of the game, none of these 3 have been hooked once. So maybe they don't feel the need to pop the last gen and get out straight away. I'm trying to look around to see if any of the gens, if there's even one of them that's left at 99. They reunite and they double heal, and Costco doesn't even realise that they're there. And Dr. Pudding's not even joining in the heals. Applesauce has found them, but there's no pallets there. Except for the one that was already dropped down, and Costco's just clearing it. Applesauce trying to make life a lot harder for Costco. And well, he is sort of following the right direction in general. And and Applesauce is pretty much just having to use these windows. Oh, and Apples tried to run back. Costco didn't fully rev the chainsaw, and he's sort of let Applesauce go. Now Blake and Dr. Pudding are working a generator close to the log pile that's on the shack side. Costco is actually on the pit side of the map. And yeah, that gen there on the corner of the hill definitely is at 99. They're just milking them for their objective points. And Applesauce still hasn't got 8k. Not sure where Dr. Pudding and Blake stand for objective points. But Costco has found Blake. And Blake goes out in time, takes a hammer hit instead of going down to a chainsaw. And he finds Applesauce. Oh, is he going to take this? Oh, another great stun. Apple just knows where to run, knows to go, which parts to go for, knows when to drop it exactly, even when Leatherface is performing a chainsaw combo and trying to go for that swipe. And a great stun there by Blake, actually. Costco already got max hunter points. Blake, he's well over 5k bonus points, that's sure. How close is he to 8k, I wonder? Apple, he's not 8k boldness either just yet. Oh, wow! And for some reason that did not hit Blake! Oh, he might be close now. Oh no! Great! What a vacuum pallet that was by Blake. How many bonus points is that? Well, Blake knows where the hatch is for sure. And he's also spotted Dr. Pudding. And did Costco buy that? Did he buy the change in direction? Oh, he eventually gets a hammer in the back of Blake, but this is going to be Blake's first hook. And, well, Applesauce is just playing it safe. Dr. Pudding beats Applesauce to the altruism. Yeah, Applesauce still has a bit to do in terms of altruism. I mean, obviously there hasn't been that many hooks this game. That was only the 4th hook, so not much opportunity to get, like, 8k altruism, admittedly. Dr. Pudding is also well over 5k bonus points, so all three survivors are doing really well. Oh, and Blake narrowly avoided being chainsawed down. Oh, and Blake tried a feint attempt there to go over the window, but misjudged it, I think. Costco just motored on through regardless and slices him down again. Dr. Pudding, meanwhile, was working a generator on his own, the one on the corner that was at 99 but has been regressing for all this time. That is Blake's second hook. Dr. Pudding getting the great skill checks. Still an extra repair points, but still not 8k objective. Costco comes in once again to bash. It seems like Applesauce got the hook rescue. And Blake's popping it, he does not care. And he's also running for the gate. Pudding is also going for the other gate. Oh no, and Blake's there. Oh, what a great... Well, it wasn't so much a juke, rather than just... And Costco really wants this chainsaw. And gets it. Now, can he get him to a... Oh, he can get him to a hook there. Will the others body block for him, though? Or they'll try. It might be enough, I don't know. No, it's not going to be enough, and Blake's dead. Applesauce opens the gate, and Dr. Pudding is injured. He's going to have to run out. He's committed to the exit. He's got max boldness points. Looks like he might get max objective too. And there we have the final scores. We have Applesauce with 26,569 points, Dr. Pudding with 25,483 points, Blake with 20,519, and Alex with 10,039. Costco only scoring 21,464 points. And Junrei is actually playing Hillbilly. And he looks up at the hook, gives a nod. Now, Blake is around the shack area, so is Pudding, so is Applesauce. They can now hear that it is a Hillbilly. And he's already spotted the first signs of survivors leaving their marks here, i.e. the generator being partially repaired. Applesauce is actually on the pit side of the map. So it seems like the basement is actually where the pit is. It's inside the mine. Junrei hasn't really spotted anyone yet, except it just saw red marks there with the trees. He knows someone's there, and it's Dr. Pudding. And he goes down! Dr. Pudding tried doing an evasive maneuver away from the window, but Junrei was equal to it. And he's down. And there's a hook right there. There's no one there to stop them to get the save for Pudding, and Pudding's on a very early hook. Great chainsaw played by Junrei there. What? Oh, 2 gens being popped. Seems like Survivor's been working solo gens. And Blake has found a toolbox and is looking to get his boldness tally in early with a hook sabotage. But hey, I mean, he's playing for the points, and there goes Junrei really fast in that shot. Who was he going for? No one in particular, he's just zooming around, but Alex got the hook rescue. And Junrei seems to be making his way back. No, he's found Blake. Oh, and a great pallet stun! It was a reverse one, but Junrei was close enough to take it, and he's sabotaging a hook in front of Junrei, and Junrei doesn't really care. He's just running off. And Junrei, I think, failed a... Oh, that's just savage. For some reason, I think he glitched out, and the chainsaw sprint stopped at the doorway. So Applesauce follows that up cruelly with a really evil pallet stun to further prolong Junrei's agony. There's like 3 of them all around the shack. Well, actually, Applesauce has made his way away from the shack. Now he's running back to it. Alex has taken a hit somewhere. And Junrei decides to break the pallet rather than commit to the chase on Alex. He's going to try a chainsaw sprint of faith. Oh, he had a vague idea where he was. Oh, but Alex made a mistake. Put the pallet down on the wrong side. And then he had to run for it. Wasn't going to do anything. Junrei sensibly decides to smash down that pallet. And this is going to be Alex on his first hook. Blake and Pudding both working on the generator in the shack. And Applesauce is close by to get the hook rescue. And they both vault over the window. Except Blake is in a dangerous spot because there are no pallets that side. And, oh, that has actually fell right into Blake's favour there. That window configuration now with the jungle gyms. And he starts to chainsaw his way through the pallet, but I think Blake has made a bit of distance already, and there is Applesauce, Blake, and Pudding. Well, now Junrei's after Applesauce. But has Junrei gone the wrong way? I think he's been mind-gamed, and yes, he's actually lost more ground. And he pretended he was going to go through the pallet, but backed away and made Apple drop it. And I'm not sure that Junrei plays much Hillbilly at all, because I haven't really seen him play it that much in Pugs. Oh, he almost had Alex there. If he just carried on a bit more, but gets a hammer hit on Alex. Oh, he gets a nice chainsaw as well. Alex just kept running straight after clearing that tree. He didn't really bother changing direction. And Junrei's having more fun. Does the spin around. He could have actually got the hammer hit there if he followed up with it. And does eventually get the hammer hit on Pudding. They get Alex up on his feet. And double heal him up too. But Pudding's the one who's in trouble. Just needs to keep outmaneuvering. Except Pudding, he wasn't actually being followed. He got hit, but Junrei's actually spreading the love, which could be a sensible thing to do. Ooh! If he just kept on steering left, he could have got another chainsaw hit on Alex. Does get another hammer hit though. He'll set up for that. I mean, Junrei isn't really spiking massively in one point category or another, but he's getting a nice balance. He's got some hunter points. He's landed a couple of chainsaw hits already. Could have landed one or two more along the way, but he's doing alright. And he's getting more brutality points as well as he goes along. But he keeps changing it. I think he wants to probably going off with the bloodlust. And he tricks Blake into putting down that pallet. But this is very time consuming for Junrei. And, oh, was he trying to catch him out there? He was, but I don't really think this is going to work so well. He's taking a lot of time to do this, and... Oh! He got the hit eventually. I think Blake misjudged that. Oh, and he wants Alex as well. Now, is that because Alex... Has Alex got a flashlight? No, he's just sitting in front of the teabagger, but Alex does take a hit. Dr. Pudding and Applesauce were working on a generator, got it to 99. This is going to be Blake's... I think that's his first hook. I don't know why I was thinking he'd been hooked once already, but no, that's his first hook, so he's got plenty of meat on him. But they do get him off. They do double heal him. Junrei comes straight back. And it's now Dr. Pudding and Apple who are the ones running around. Blake is still there. Apple getting good distraction points out of that. He's already past 5k ultras and probably for his hook rescues as well. And Pudding's in real trouble here and he goes down! And Junrei's got quite a bit in hunter points now. He's past the 5k mark already, probably because he's been getting eyesight on all those survivors caught up together and healing each other. That is Pudding's second hook, and Blake is close by, ready for the hook rescue. But Junrei's coming back. Oh. Now Apple's repairing a generator on his own. Alex tries a 360 juke but goes down. And I think Junrei is now pursuing Blake. But Blake is already by the infinite window. And so Junrei smartly decides to back out of that. He's not so intent on hooking Alex as it seems. He's more or less trying to spread the love, except all the survivors are still back at the mine. And Pudding needs to be careful. Oh, a great evasive play there. Made Junrei think Junrei was going to... Oh, sorry. Made Junrei think that he was going to go for the infinite window, but then decides to loop back around. But meanwhile, these survivors are actually able to work on the pit, which is just the other side of the wall from where Junrei is. And Apple puts down the pallet for safety, but didn't stun him. And there's like going to be 3 survivors squabbling to get over this. No, he's just going for Alex and hits him down again. And again, these survivors are just running around this window section here. Pudding is looting a chest. Junrei was actually kicking in that generator. Blake goes back for Alex. And Junrei is now trying to circle around to get this chainsaw. Ooh! Narrowly misses it. Blake was just around the corner in time. And he gets a hit on Blake before Blake could get over the window. Oh, and Pudding made the right move there to avoid that initial chainsaw, but is he going to avoid the next one? And he does! He did a 360 juke! Lovely maneuvers from Pudding here. And does Junrei get... No, he's still pursuing Pudding. He's going to go over the window. And Alex is... Both Blake and Alex still injured. Pudding's still being chased. Finds another pallet. That might be a little bit wasteful. Junrei really needs to get more chainsaws in. His deviousness is running quite low. So Alex goes down yet again. He's got max hunter points as Junrei. And he finally decides, okay, Alex, I've downed you about 3 or 4 times already. You're going on another hook. Blake, meanwhile, still injured, but repairing a generator on his own. Dr. Pudding finds applesauce. Alex is hooked, and that is his second hook. Pudding hasn't reached 5k objective yet. And I think Junrei senses that Blake might be somewhere around there, but except he's not. And Blake doesn't have 5k objective either. Pudding is the one who's going to get the hook rescue. In fact, Pudding hasn't reached 5k altruism yet either. So unless Pudding's doing well for bonus points, I'm not really sure where he stands compared to someone like Apple. Like, I think Apple might be doing pretty well again for points this game. But it is Pudding again who is being chased. Oh, and he got sandbagged by Alex! Put the pallet down the wrong side, took a free hit from Junrei. Oh, and he almost ran back into Junrei there, but Junrei destroys the pallet. And without worrying too much about where Pudding went, Junrei moves on very swiftly and sets his sights on Apple. Ooh, he nearly had him there. Just couldn't quite steer enough up that ramp to latch onto the chainsaw. Does get the hammer hit though. And he decides to pursue applesauce rather than... Oh, and a great bait there by Apple. But I think Junrei needs to try and stop whoever's repairing the generator. Oh, actually, it's too late. Did he? I'm not sure if... I don't think Junrei got stunned by that pallet that Apple just dropped. And is Junrei going for the Bloodlust Gaming, I wonder? Well, he hasn't got a single stack yet. Oh, hit the window frame. And I'm not even sure Apple's actually been hooked once this game. He's got 1,458 points, and Blake pops a gen in his face. No, sorry, that's not Blake, that's Alex. But Applesauce is being picked up. This is going to be his first hook. Blake narrowly avoids being spotted there. I was so sure he was about to be found by Junrei. But he spots Blake going for the hook rescue. And narrowly misses the chainsaw. And I'm surprised that Blake got away with that. Junrei, switching targets, decides to go for someone else. Now, who is he going for? Might be Dr. Pudding. Applesauce still injured, hasn't been healed yet. He's just trying to keep an eye on where Junrei is. No, he's chasing after Dr. Pudding. That's who Junrei's after. Blake, meanwhile, getting the gate open whilst staring at his bloody face and shades. And how many objective points does he get from that? He hasn't got max, but he's well over 5k, that's for sure. Apple's been healed, and Pudding's still being chased, still looping Junrei around. And he thought Junrei was going to go through that, but Junrei's quite a cautious player. Does respect pallets a little bit. Oh, what a great predictive chainsaw by Junrei! He knew Pudding was going to loop around to the right, so he too went right. And I think that's Pudding's death hook. I think he's already been 2 hooks. It is! He hasn't got 5k devious though, has Junrei. He's still lacking a bit, and he goes right past Alex, who was hiding the other side of the hill. Alex also needs to consider getting out because he's on his death hook too. I think Apple and Blake each have only been on a hook once. Oh, and Blake! Oh my goodness, he's been caught by a long-range chainsaw! I don't know why Blake didn't hug the side just to be sure that wasn't going to land, but oh my goodness. And Junrei's not risking putting him on the closest hook. He's taking him to the hook right in the corner. And he's going to destroy this power, and well, I don't blame him for doing that. He doesn't want any obstacles when it comes to people going for the rescue. Alex is signaling to the hook. He hasn't got much charge left in his toolbox, so I don't think he can complete the thing. And they're both the other side of the map. Are they looking for the hatch? Yes, they are. They're looking for the hatch. But I think Alex is going to try and go for the hook rescue. Oh, when he spots him, he spots Alex. And gets him down. I think Junrei is aware that he needs more, Oh no, and is Blake going to try and make a straight run for it? He is. Oh, and I think Blake might have put himself in a dead end. He does. Well, at least Junrei's got max Hunter and brutality points. I think Blake now is just going to have to try and crawl out, and he can. I think Junrei's trying to be fair and actually now trying to set his sights on Applesauce if he's still around. I think, no, he wants Alex. Blake is just crawling and committing to the exit in the process. And that's Alex dead. Now, does Applesauce... Yes, he does know where the hatch is. He's waiting right by it. Oh, and he... There's going to be a bit of a hatch standoff here. Oh, and he tried baiting Apple. Apple was going to take it, though. And Apple has no way of telling how far he's revving the chainsaw. And still not risking it. And he chainsaws Apple down, who then goes through the hatch. And there we have the final scores. Blake with the highest score of 7,850 points. Applesauce with 7,619. Dr. Pung with 18,239. Alex with 16,399. Junrei with 29,408 points. So Junrei looks like if he's going to be playing Hillbilly this map in his actual match, he's in really good shape. So what is Rixa going to do for this one? He has decided to play as Nurse. I'm not familiar with Rixa's abilities as a killer, let alone if he's got any level of experience or proficiency with a Nurse, but let's just see how he does. Well, he's already found red marks. And he spotted one of the Claudettes, so who is that? Oh, he tried blinking through the crates, and the second blink failed him there. And it seems like Apple is going to try... Is this Apple, or is this... No, that's Pudding. And he's trying to close down the distance each time, trying to predict where Pudding's going to go, but Pudding keeps out-maneuvering him. Oh, and if he held down... If he didn't hold down the first blink, or hold down for the second blink, I should say, he could have actually got the hit there. Oh, and tried going for a hit when he was too far away. The generator just by the side of the mine had been completed. Seems like he's now turned his attentions to Blake. Oh, and Blake actually had enough distance if he kept running straight, but he decided to loop back around thinking he was going to be hit. And Rixa just wanted to make sure that the basement was there for some reason. Oh, he's latched onto Junrei. Oh, and Junrei tried facing him at the part there, but ran away. And Rixa followed up with the second blink and got Junrei. Junrei's usually not that... He's usually pretty good at evading nurses and making him work harder to down him, but he's the first one to be hooked here. So Dr. Pudding was going to go for the hook rescue, but Applesauce beat him to the punch. These guys are really racing against each other for these hook rescues in every round so far. Did Blake just sabotage the hook? I heard the sound for it, and oh, Rixa was not close enough to latch that hit onto Junrei. Decides to bash in the generator while he's bends over it in fatigue. Blake, meanwhile, cleansing more totems. Well, it's actually Jinrei who was still cleansing the totem. And it looks like he spotted one of the Claudettes. Now, both Pudding and Applesauce are wearing the exact same clothing and hairdo for their Claudettes. So Pudding, I think, was the one initially being chased. Applesauce now is the one being chased. Blake's still sabotaging more hooks. He's racking in that early boldness, which is pretty much a good thing because... Oh, will he get enough charges though? No, he won't. Although he does get boldness points for the amount of time he's been sabotaging hooks, so there is that I forgot about. That's obviously a recent change. But it looks as though Dr. Pudding's getting in... Yeah, Dr. Pudding's not getting... He's getting a good tally of boldness points already in this early game phase. And he's found Jinrei, teams up with him to get this gen out of the way. In fact, Pudding hasn't had much chance to work on generators at all. Blake goes down somewhere in the shack. Thankfully for him, the basement's not there. It's back in the pit. And I don't think Jinrei's going to have any problems getting Blake to that hook over there. No one's close enough. I mean, he didn't even have to go around the tree. He could have gone through the tower. But it's always better safe than sorry. And Blake actually plucked a mechanics toolbox from one of the chests. So Rick's, I think he's found more red marks. Yes, he has. And someone actually just tried going for... Oh, now he could have got the hit on Blake, but he wanted to go... For who was that? Pudding or was that Applesauce? I think that was Applesauce who got the rescue. He could have aimed the hit for Blake and gotten down and then pursued Applesauce. But as it stands, Blake has managed to get away and Pudding has taken a hit. Ricks have been very respectful towards Blake, even though Blake's been running in the middle of all the action and in an injured state. I think he's lost track of Pudding though already. Or is he about to... Oh... Was Blake being the one chased or not? Yes, yeah, he's the one being chased. And goes down. But Rix doesn't want to pick him up. In fact, Rix has spotted where the other three survivors are. Oh, he misses that hit on Jinrei. The two Claudettes going in a train here. Trying not to be detected. He's still pursuing Jinrei. He's going to lead him to the middle of the map. Oh, and Jinrei went in the closet. And back out again. He tried silently going over the window, but Rix has spotted his legs on the other side. He knew where to point that. But he didn't know where to point that wild swing. I don't know if he... I don't know if he was predicting a sort of loop back from Jinrei and that's why he went for that particular swipe, but... Didn't work out. Oh, and Jinrei's cheekily running back towards him. But Rixa points that blink to where the generator's being worked on. There's a second skill check fail. And Applesauce still wanting to be chased more, and actually we can see why. He's only just reached the half circle on the boldness. And he thought Rixa was going to follow through there and take the pallet. What a great dodge there by Apple. He ducked in between the wooden crates where Rixa mispositioned himself. And Oh my goodness, what a cheeky stun that was by Apple. He's just getting all the killer stuns today in this game. And Rix is so bamboozled, he doesn't know where to look or where to blink. And he's bashing and generating, then bashing with power, which is... I mean, if you're doing it for brutality points, then fair enough, but... Well, actually, he doesn't have that many brutality points, so... Fair enough for him, I guess. And Junrei being double healed. Rixa just hasn't really grabbed control of this game with his nurse. He doesn't really seem that experienced with it. I think he was just trying it out of the blue, maybe. And he spots Junrei there, just finishing cleansing off another totem. Blake and Pudding both working on the same generator, so they're getting their objective points. Apple still trying to be evasive. And, well, Rixa finds him again, but Apple's just going to create more distance and make this a headache for him. But Junrei, oh, greatly jukes that hit. Either that or Rixa second blink was a little bit too far away from Junrei initially. What a great hit. Oh, and Junrei tried squeezing through! But I think he was being blocked a little bit too much for Rixa could not reach the pallet in time. And Apple, I think. This has got to be Apple trying to take the bait, sure. But no, this is going to be Junrei's second hook. Ooh, he tries going for the swing on. And Blake is the one who gets taken off the hook. He's got max Hunter points already as Rixa with his nurse. And that's Blake's second hook. Apple takes the hit, loops back around. Tries a hit, but I think Apple there did a great job of outmaneuvering that swing. Blake goes down. And this is Dr. Pudding trying to go for the heal. And missing the hit and the blink on Pudding. He could have actually tried to swing at Pudding there if he just looked to see where he went. And blinking second time when he didn't need to. The first blink again would have been enough. He got that right though with the second blink that time and gets the hit. So he's slowly getting there with brutality and devious points, as Rick said. It's not a bad nurse performance, but it's by no means convincing or, you know, dominant as you would expect from someone who is sufficiently experienced with a nurse, knows where to land the blinks, and they're again sort of somehow missing what must have been applesauce, yes, because Pudding's injured. And Apple's got max bonus points now. So he doesn't need to mess around with the nurse anymore. Blake, sure as hell, must be wanting to pop the gens and get out because he's still injured and he's on death hook. And Dr. Pudding's DC'd. Boy. Now at this state, I had to instruct the players to carry on because the game's been going on for well over 5 minutes now. There's not really a lot we can do. If we were to reset this, it would severely delay the game again. And oh goodness me, I thought he already suffered fatigue from that perspective, but it looks like he just got the second blink in time. Oh, tried the first long blink and tried to hit from there, but I think Junrei must have looped around and avoided the hit. Oh, and he sensed what Junrei was going to do. Great thinking there by Rixa, landing that hit. Oh, and if he just held down the blink a little bit longer, he could have got that. Junrei's not even looking behind him to see where this nurse is. Oh. He was close with Rixa, but not close enough. Junrei's doing a great job of delaying Rixa from getting a down here. Meanwhile, Junrei has led Rixa to both Apple and Blake, working on a gen. And Blake does not care, he's just working that generator for as much as he can. Rixa's stomping on it. Apple getting max repairs, so he's got max objective. Rixa not close enough to land that hit. He just needs to hold down M2 a little longer on his second blink, or whatever key he has bound to the action skill. Junrei is popping that gen res. One more gen to go. Junrei also got max objective points. So really, you just need to know if Blake's got max objective, and if he has, then no, he hasn't. Then again, he has already been hooked twice, so there is a good chance that he needs to play catch up a little bit in terms of points in one or two categories. And again, Junrei running straight to Rix's nurse. Apple working more gens when he doesn't really need to. Blake is... oh, he's in danger here. But again, Rixa doesn't... he's always sort of just out of position when it comes to the second blink. And they pop for gens. Oh, what a great juke there by Blake. You just went to swing back around when Rixa was holding down for the second blink. He's got max boldness points. Apple's all in bad. Blake is working the exit levers. And I think Rixa's on to Junrei. Oh, narrowly misses the hit. He was actually... I think he was close enough for the hit. But I think he swung just a little bit too short. Now the question is, like, well, obviously Junrei's a filler, so we'll see his points again. We really need to know how Applesauce and Blake are doing, because they're the ones whose points actually are on the line here. Blake's more so because... oh no, he's going to take a hit there! Oh my god, the basement's there! Oh no. And Blake tried going through the window, not knowing that it was boarded up. Now is Junrei going to try and do something heroic and altruistic here by getting him back on his feet, I wonder? No, he's going to be picking Blake up, and this is going to be his death hook. I think there is a... Yes, there is a hook there. That's Blake dead. And Apple gets another pallet stun. And Apple commits to the exit. Junrei is the last one still in the map, and he's injured. Oh, he's got max objective points, so he doesn't really need to open gates. He just needs to find a way to outmaneuver Rixer. He saw scratch marks in the corner of his vision there. And he spots Junrei. Now, whether he's going to catch up to Junrei or not in time, I don't know. No, he can't. Not enough distance on the blinks, and Junrei's committing to the exit. So, unfortunately for Pudding, there was a DC there, and Blake got killed at the end too. So Applesauce getting 29k exactly. 29k. Junrei with 22,813 points. Blake 20,062 points despite dying at the end there. We can't really get a handle on Pudding's score because he DC'd in the middle of that. Rixer had 27,425 points. She is going as Leatherface, aka the Cannibal. She's spawning on the pit side of the map. Apple's at the shack. Blake is also at the pit, and he's searching through the chest. Junrei and Pudding both also on the pit side of the map. She's found Apple already, and is getting looped. Oh, when she respected it a little bit too much there, it's going to waste even more time. And she went for the lunge, got the pallet stun though, did Apple. And one gen's already been completed. Blake has been looting a chest. He's found a purple flashlight from one of the chests. Blake and Dr. Pudding are also on the same side. I don't know how lucky he was to get that purple flashlight. I don't know if that was from the basement chest or from the chest upstairs, but... An Apple working on a gen. Blake going back to where originally they were, and it seems like Red has now found Junrei, trying to chase Junrei with a chainsaw, but Junrei smartly just opting to make distance, and Red could read that Junrei's going to turn back, so she took the hit, which was a smart thing to do. Junrei getting a pallet stun in revenge. Apple is about to pop this gen, as is Blake. And, well, Red respected that pallet, but was right to do so because Junrei ended up dropping it. What is interesting is that Red is... I'm not sure if she's got a particular gen strat going on, and she's seen Blake and is now chasing him. Oh, narrowly misses the hit, but he doesn't land the stun either. But for some reason, he's using the flashlight while she's breaking down the pallets. I think Blake might want to save his flashlight charge for later on. Takes a hit though, not realizing that the pallet there was already down. It doesn't look as though Red's going after any particular gen strat. She's just sort of moving about. Pudding and Applesauce leaving a gen at 99. There's only one pallet there to work with. She's gonna bash in that gen. And Blake getting patched up, and naturally Junrei also needs patching up, so they're gonna help each other there. And who's she chasing now? That looks to me like... must be Apple, I think. No, I think it was actually Dr. Pudding. They're obviously the exact same Claudette in terms of cosmetics, so it's not always easy to tell which one's which. And again, Blake using up the blind. He needs to be more conservative with his charges, because he's got a great chance to get more points from that flashlight if he times it for flashlight saves. And still, she's chasing after Blake. She hasn't got a single down this game. Oh, and she didn't rev... She tried revving the chainsaw, but didn't commit to it fully. Tried going for a lunge, and that was... who was that? Applesauce. Again, getting the power stuns. He's got a real knack for knowing when to time those power stuns, as Apple. Pudding, though, takes a hit after vaulting through a window. But she's now chasing after Applesauce. And I'm not sure why she's trying a chainsaw there. She could have got a hit with the hammer. Oh, and Apple tried baiting her and did so very nicely. Made her go to the outside wall. And Red's just grown bored of it already. In fact, Apple's already got well over 5k boldness points. And Blake just got over the window in time before the hit could connect. This might be frustrating the hell out of Red. She's not had a fast start at all. And she finally catches track of Blake again, but Blake was making his way to that generator in plain sight. I'm not sure how she missed that. And she knew when to time it. And she tries going for the hammer swing while she's blind, but it did not really help her out there. And the survivor's just getting the gens popped in the meantime. She still hasn't got a single down or hook yet. She goes for a hammer hit this time, and Blake, I think she's going to go through the window, and yes, he does. I think Apple's also scored a... They've both got purple flashlights. The luck on that. Holy hell. This must be the luckiest game in League season. Oh, Blake's gone down somewhere. Finally. Oh, and he couldn't get the flashlight save in time. That tree must have helped wonders there. I think he might have been a little late as well. Either a little late or not accurate enough with that flashlight save. Oh, and Apple runs right into her face. And goes down! Is this the momentum that Red needs to actually get the ball rolling? I mean, she's got enough Hunter points. At least for the time being. Not quite 8k, but still. An applesauce is going to be on this hook, and it is Blake nearby. He is. He's still being in an injured state. And Blake goes down in a 1-for-1 with Apple. And who is she on now? Oh, gets Pudding down! Nice work here by Red. She's now really stabbing up already. Spraying with love, getting a hit on Junrei. These survivors are in real trouble here now all of a sudden. I think if she faces the wall... No, she's not opting to pick up Pudding just yet. Oh, picking up, but... puts Blake up instead. Apple is going to get Pudding up on his feet. She's going to know where to go. That is Blake's second hook. And she notices the blood trail there, but opts not to go for it. Probably doesn't want to give the impression that she's camping Blake by any means. But she's now following Dr. Pudding instead. Or no, actually now switching attention to Junrei, who's looping her around this pallet formation, going through the shack now. Oh, just like the hammer. Had enough length on that to get the hit in. Very nice from Red. And she picks him up just before he could get to the pallet in time. And that's Junrei's first hook. All the other 3 survivors have been patched up to full health again. But that was a great moment for Red's gameplay there as the cannibal. Landed a few chainsaws. Was able to swing momentum greatly back into her favour. But it's now been reset. They're all at full health. Blake is teaming up to double heal Junrei. And Red is coming straight back. The only one who's not there with those 3 is Applesauce. Oh, and a greatly timed vacuum pallet from Apple. But Blake again using up charges for simple blinds. And the pallet, I mean, he could be saving those for flashlight saves like Apple is doing and get way more points. Gets a hit on Dr. Pudding though. She's already got max hunter points, so doing great there for points is Red. I wonder how her deviousness is though. And they're being very careful with this. Oh, and she didn't quite run into that again. Blake just blinding her relentlessly after the pallet breaks. And is she still after Pudding? Oh, she is! And Pudding didn't know she was right around the corner. Apple, Blake, both working the same generator. Now, is this Pudding's second hook? Or is his first hook? I'm not sure. And no, that is his first hook. And all 3 survivors are around there somewhere. And she's just scaring them away with a chainsaw, but Blake comes around and takes the hit for his troubles. It's only a hammer hit though. And Blake needs to be careful because he's on death hook. And wow, Junrei running into Red, that must have confused her. And now she's after Applesauce again. And she wasn't close enough to get that hit. Blake cleansing a totem whilst then joining, and then afterwards joining in the double heal on Pudding. He's got back altruism points. There's a gen that next to him at 99. Wow, Red really does need more deviousness though. And she thought Apple was close by, but no. And it's like she's not even bothering to bash in the generator. Blake finds another generator that's actually been partially repaired. So it's using that for objective points. Dr. Pudding and Junrei combining together to repair a generator. It's already halfway. She's chased Apple all the way to the other side of the map, pit side. Apple has already got max bonus points, so he really does not want to be continuously chased. But how many more pallets are left here in this map? whilst these are all going for more points and things. Here's oh, and Apple greatly made a great jink there. Made her think that Apple was gonna go through the window. Instead, created more distance by confusing Red and then getting through the infinite window in time. Blake, however, he could catch a chainsaw here. And does so! But she's not gonna take him. I think she's aware that he's gonna be dead on the next hook if he takes him there. But realizes Apple's there. And Apple goes down. Now, Apple, I don't think has been hooked yet. And yeah, she's just opting to get Apple into the basement, which is a smart move here. If she gets in the basement as a Leatherface, she could get a hell of a lot of control in this game. And she smacks him with a hammer. Probably annoyed as hell with all the trickery. And I'm not sure why she tried revving the chainsaw there, but well, Apple's already on his struggle phase. I think he did actually get hooked once before, didn't he? Blake pops a gen while in injured state. He hasn't even got 5 key objective yet. They pop the last gen, but that might be an error. Oh, and it wasn't close enough to get that. Now is. She's going back. She's going back. Oh, now Junrei's come down. Oh my goodness, how did she... I'm not sure how that happened, but... They have to get out of there. And Pudding takes a hit. And she's just using this opportunity to get so many points. I think Pudding is the next one who should be on a hook because he isn't dead yet. I might be mistaken about that. And she drops Pudding because notices Junrei was going to be right there. Blake is waiting by the hatch, and Junrei narrowly misses the hit. It goes back. Blake is camping hatch. He wants the hatch. But I think Pudding's got enough wiggle on him to get out of this. Or has he? No, he hasn't. He is going to be on the hook. That's his second hook. And I don't know if Junrei's been hooked twice or not. But essentially everyone's been... If he already has been hooked twice, I can't remember, then everyone has. There's great points for... great points for Red, but like everyone's injured. And none of them are on the side of the mine. They're the opposite side. They've really got to hurry to get to... Is anyone going to rescue Pudding in time? Well, Apple patches up Blake. Junrei's gone back for the rescue. And Red seemingly hasn't noticed the run-in. Junrei gets the save on Pudding. And gets the chainsaw on Junrei. Where is Pudding? He's in the back hook. Picks up Junrei. And Blake tries the flashlight save. Yeah, that's Junrei's second hook. He's not dead yet. Pudding is down though. No one got past him. He's picking up Pudding. He's gonna get Pudding killed as well. And now she's checking closets. And now she's just patrolling around, but if Applesauce is the only one close enough to save Junrei. If he's going to be saved, it's got to be... No, Applesauce isn't going to do it. Blake's waiting by the hatch. Apple didn't want to risk going down because he's also on death hook. The thing is, though, I think Applesauce is still in the map because he too is looking for hatch. Blake knows where it is. Apple does not. Yeah, he's definitely looking for that. She's got... Otherwise, why else would he be running up on the hill? He's on the completely wrong side of the map. And Blake is having to run out because... Yeah, he was forced out of the exit. Now, Apple is slowly heading in the right direction of the hatch and the open gate. It's really a question of whether Red can see any signs of Apple from a distance. And Apple just caught a glimpse of Red's Leatherface in the distance. So maybe that's given him a sign that she's where the open hatch is. The thing is though, Red's doing extremely well for points. At least she's doing, like, brilliantly for... sacrifice points. Got max hunter points already. I'm pretty sure she's got max brutality points too. And she's finally spotted Apple, but he's having to commit to the exit. She didn't get max D-resist points, but still a really good score, I think, and yes. Blake with the highest score of 28,206 points, Applesauce with 27,714 points, Dr. Pudding with 23,567 points, and Junrei with 22,181 points. Red with 28,855 points. So she struggled pretty badly in the first part of that game. It took a while for her to get the first couple of hooks, and when she did, she then did start to hit a stride, and it became increasingly hard for the survivors when they're running out of pallets. So it was some really good fun games that went on there. Great play by everyone, and massive thanks and props to the people who helped filling in for the Survivor and Killer slots. That was a great game 23. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I don't know who will be streaming it, but Game 21 is also happening tonight at 7 PM EST. So that would be Apex and Junrei as killers. And I think we've got Inyj, Alex as two of the survivors. I think we might have... I can't remember who the other one was. I know one of the survivors has got to be a filler as well, but anyway, looking forward to that game as well. Until then, guys, thanks for tuning in, and see you soon.